Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. If you are new to my channel, please click subscribe. Hit that little red bell. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you think down in the comments below of this card. So today I have a Quickadilly. A Quickadilly is a play on the name Piccadilly, and it just means it's one of my shorter videos. So let's get started. Today I want to use the Flowers of Beauty bundle, and since there's no sentiments with this, I've chosen the Saying Hey stamp set. And I'm also going to be using this really pretty, it's Unbound Beauty. It's a 12 by 12 paper. In fact, this is the one I'm going to be using. So I'm going to pull this out. And I'm going to pull out the project and let's get started. So this is going to be a great way to use up DSP. So I have this piece of paper, and I need to double check this because this was a leftover. I think it's going to be, I want to cut this at 4. Okay, so I do need to cut this down a little bit. So I'm going to hold that at 4 and cut that little piece off. Don't you just love this trimmer? Look at how, I just love it. It can go down to just like the 24th of an inch. And then I'm going to open this up. I'm going to cut this to 10.5. So 4 by 10.5. And then while I have this in here, I'm going to take my trimmer up there, and I want to score this at 5 1/4. 5 1/4, not 5 1/2. Oh, better measure twice. 5 1/4. Yeah, I have it here. Okay. So now I want to fold this down and grab my bone folder here and give that a good burnish down. Okay. So far it's pretty easy. Then I chose the Labeled with Love. Excuse me. This is one of our newer punches, and I thought it would be good for this project. So I'm going to take this punch, and on that folded edge, on this edge, I'm just going to stick this in here all the way down so that it's all the way back. And I'm going to just look at this really quick to kind of see that I've got my edges about the same. Maybe like a 1/2 inch on each side. Just eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to save these two for another project. So I'm going to set this aside. And again, that was the Labeled with Love. And then I have a piece of Petunia Pop, which matches this paper, and it is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look, see, to me this is the paper going up, the flowers are going up, and here I think they're going down. So this will be my back side. And I'm just going to take some liquid glue. This is Tombow liquid glue. This is a great way if you have DSP that you need to use up. Okay. Isn't that fun? Already it just looks good. Okay. Because then you're using a lot of your DSP, but this is so quick. Now, I just dropped a paper here, so I need to pick that up. Just 1 second. There we go. Okay, then I have a piece of basic white that's cut by 3 1/4 by 5. And we're going to put this on the inside. So I get that 1/4 inch border on this, so you can see that DSP on the inside. Like so. Then it hides that punched out area. Okay. So now we've got our card base. Let's do some stamping. So I want to start off with Petunia Pop, and I'm going to take from this stamp set the Sane Hay, and I'm going to actually start with the hay, and we're going to put this right in the center of this area. So I am going to stand up because I do have this. I want to give that a good press. Now that will dry lighter. So that was the Petunia Pop. Okay, then you're going to need a pencil. And I'm just going to do a small line here, not very big, so that when you open this up, I'm going to use Summer Splash. And I'm going to use, this says Hey, and this says Good Looking. So I'm going to use the Good Looking. And I want this to come right underneath of there. Oops, I don't think I have that inked very well. Let's see. Much better. I got it on my block too. And I'm going to have it kind of off to the side underneath of that line. There we go. So, hey, Good Looking. And then I'm just going to take the eraser. No one's the wiser. Oops. I left a little on there. And that way you just see the hay and then the Good Looking's under here. Okay, so we've got that much. Then I have a scrap piece of paper. And on here, I'm going to start with Calypso Coral. And I'm going to go off of that stamp set. I'm going to change to the Flowers of Beauty stamp set. And we're going to ink this up in Calypso Coral. Now, this is the outline. So you have two here. You have the outline and then you have the fill in, two-step stamping. So what I'm going to do is stamp this down in the Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to use Petal Pink. Now my Petal Pink is pretty faded, but it's still Petal Pink for the inside. And if you see here, there's this one little point on the petal, and it's here too, so that's how I'm going to match that up. So I'm going to ink this up really good. And what I like is they have, and I'm going to stand up for this. Give that a good press. So I lined that point up. Now what's really cool about this is you see how they have the lines that are cut away, so it gives it even more depth. I love that. And then for our last bit of stamping, I have Shy Shamrock. And we're going to stamp some leaves. And I'll stamp one here. And one, oh, maybe there we go, here. So I have 2 sets. Now, just to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and pre-cut these out using the die cuts. So it comes with die cuts, and I ran them through and pre-cut them out so that this video would be a little shorter. Okay, so having that done, I'm going to grab some ribbon first, and this is the silver and white, I think it's called sheer ribbon. Yeah, sheer ribbon. So it's got the silver on the edge, and then it's just really sheer white here. So what we're going to do is grab some glue dots, and I'm going to cut off a piece of this. Don't worry, we're just going to be using just a piece, so there's no bow making in this. But I am going to put on the inside of that a glue dot so that I can glue these down like so. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this ribbon down. Like that. I might even fan that out a little bit. And then I will use another glue dot to adhere this down to my project. So I guess I'm using my finger now. I'm thinking I'm going to have it be right about there. I want to have it so that it lays down without coming off of my card. Okay. And then let's take our there we go. Okay, so I definitely want this. It's okay to go over on here, over that cutout. I love these peekaboo cards, but you don't want to glue over there, otherwise it'll stick it down. So I have my finger in the one spot, and I'm just doing a little bit of glue here on that so I can get that on there. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Just a little glue down here. And you can decorate these however you want to. This was just one of my ideas. And then I'm going to take a few dimensionals. And let's see. I'll have that like that. So we've got a little decoration there. Isn't that cute? Okay. And then the last thing, now there's many different, we have all kinds of embellishments, but I was really feeling like I wanted something that added a little pop. This is kind of busy paper, so I needed it to really show up. So what I found is these adhesive backed pearl trios. Aren't they gorgeous? Now you would think I'd probably go with the purple or the greenish ones because that kind of matches, but actually I'm going to go with the orange ones here because my show out flower is that color, and I think you can see they all would be good because they have that iridescent, but I really think those pop. So I'm going to grab my take your pick tool here, And I'm going to pick one up, and then we're just going to look and see what looks good. Put one there, and maybe one here. So I'm still around my focal point. I don't want to take away from the focal point, but I'm using up all this DSP for those of you who end up having hordes of DSP. And come on, I know that there's a few of you that have it. This is a great way to use up DSP. On a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper or pattern paper, you can get 3 of these card bases on, which means that's so awesome. I just love them. I think they're really cute. I think they're fun. I think this is a really gorgeous design. I've seen them done in other designs, but I think for a peekaboo card, and I love that it's got that extra message when you open it up. And what a fun card to send anyone. Don't you just love it? Now, if you would like to get the measurements to this card, don't worry. All of my measurements, photos, and this video, as well as the products that I use to make this card, whether it be stamp sets, whatever it is, stamp pads, paper, cardstock, it's all in my emails. But to get my emails, you have to sign up for it. I've had a few people ask me to sign up for my emails, but I can't legally sign you up. That is something that you have to do yourself. I can't sign you up for a business email because it's against the law, basically. But if you go to www.piccadillystampin.blogspot.com, and you, right there at the top on the right hand side, it'll be sign up for my emails. And I send them out twice a week, which means you're going to get twice a week my card measurements, the supply list, the video, and the photos, all in one email, instead of having to go to Pinterest and to Instagram and Facebook and my blog. It's all in one spot. So I think that's really super convenient. So if you would like that, sign up there. Also, there is today and tomorrow left if you want to earn bonus days coupons. Every $50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon, and that only goes until the 31st, which is tomorrow. So this is a great deal. I mean, $5, I think that is really good coupon price. Most of them are, 50 cents or something. And also, just remember, please like, share, comment, let me know what you think about this. Hit that little bell for subscribe. If you're placing an order under $150, please use this host code. This host code will change probably in August, but it's still right now currently as the 30th of July. It's still valid. I always post on my wall when there's a new host code. And yeah, have a great week. I will be back next week with another fun card. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye-bye.